Hey everyone, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Chris here with a Rebirth versus Legacy video. So it's been 2 years since DC Rebirth started, at least in my opinion, the relaunch that kind of saved DC. Because although I started near the end of the New 52 in that last year, the whole like DCU. There were parts of the New 52 I like, and I know New 52 was mixed, and I could understand. It's like we've had this whole history of the DC Universe. Then 2011 comes, it's like, yep, we're gonna get rid of like the majority of it, relaunch it, and everyone's going to be younger. And a lot of them are not going to be the same characters that you love and that you've read before. So I could understand that. It seemed like they wanted to do a Ultimate Marvel, where it's a more modern day-ish kind of... Yeah, that's how I'd say it. It's kind of appealing more to the modern day, the modern crowd. Some people liked New 52, some didn't. Personally, I liked a lot of the stuff in the New 52. Green Lantern, Flash, and Batman. They were definitely and Swamp Thing. Those were definitely my favorites during the New 52. Like, I went back and read a lot of those runs, and I really enjoyed them. They were good. But I could understand if people didn't like a lot of the stuff. So then Rebirth came, and then Rebirth was like, hey, I know we kind of screwed up with the New 52, so what we're going to do is we're not going to completely get rid of it. We're going to respect Legacy, DC's history, all of its history, not just the New 52, everything before Flashpoint and all of that. We're going to acknowledge it, we're going to respect it, and we're going to win you guys back. How we're going to do it? We're going to start you off with a one-shot. And it's only going to be $2.99. And even before that, it's here's the Superman in the Lois Lane that you loved. The original ones, the pre-Flashpoint ones. Here they are, and he will be taking over from the New 52 Superman who is dying, and then he did die. See, we got that, and then another one with, I feel like DJ Cut, another one. And another one. So they had another one with Titans Hunt. Oh yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like that. We changed the Teen Titans, and we said like this Teen Titans with Superboy and Tim Drake, Wonder Girl, Bart Allen. They were the first Teen Titans in this history, in this universe. Some people liked it, some didn't. But what we're going to do is we're going to tell you, oh, actually, no, there was a Teen Titans before them. Nobody remembers them, and they don't remember either. And that's the Teen Titans that was the old Teen Titans with Donna Troy and Dick Grayson, Roy Harper, Garth, all of them. And then we're going to tease you. There's a little tease at the end. Someone else is missing. Who is it? So we'll explain all of that in DC Rebirth. So we'll start with that one. Start with DC Rebirth, and has a nice start, just reflecting on history on the world. And what I like is that it tells its own story in it while teasing you of future stuff. Like, if you want to read it, you can, with like all the future stuff. So like the whole three Joker thing with, I'm gonna say they're gonna wait until Doomsday Clock to wrap up to do that, because you have Joker appearing in the wedding. You have Joker and Doomsday Clock as well. I don't know, maybe they will address that in Doomsday Clock. But anyway, we start off the big first train change that everybody loved was Wally is back. Wally West is back. The Flash. Some would definitely say he is he is the Flash. He was a lot would say he was definitely more popular than Barry Allen. A lot of people were disappointed that Wally got kind of sidelined when Barry came back. But Wally is back. The Wally that you know and love is back. And then addressing, look, this is history. This is the history that New 52 forgot and got rid of. Look, it's all still here, and somebody else caused Flashpoint, and then even this, look, the Justice Society. The Justice Society exists. You know, those lovable old superheroes that from Earth 2. Yep. Keep going forward. We have another tease, Legion of Superheroes. I don't know if that would work, because I think the problem is Legion of Superheroes, like from what I've heard, is that it's never able to, like most recently, it's never able to like hold its own. It's always relaunched, unfortunately, but who knows, maybe it will work this time. Then we got more tease of the Atom and then of Ryan Joy. Look, Ted Kord is alive and well, doing stuff with Blue Beetle, and Dr. Fate is involved, and see, like it has an overarching story. There is its own story in this issue, but it's still all of these little teasers to future story arcs are all connected. Such as the whole search for the Atom in the Justice League of America, and in the end it shows that a connection to the DC Rebirth, or DC Universe Rebirth started, of Dr. Manhattan for some reason changing the DC Universe history. And it says essentially all these little teasers are just Wally commenting that the world is different. So we have Damian celebrating his birthday, new heroes with new ideas, Teen Titans, teasing Green Lanterns, and also teasing Jackson Hyde in DC Rebirth, who will later on join the Teen Titans. Yeah, he did. He definitely joined the Teen Titans. And the final, let's kill off the New 52 with the person we originally believed was responsible for it, Pandora. She's dead. Whoops. Keep going forward and I think like relationships were kind of the big deal that DC Rebirth wanted to make a point of reconnecting relationships that were very known and prominent that New 52 kind of ignored, because I don't think Green Arrow and Black Canary never interacted in the New 52. Unless I'm wrong, but from what I remember, they never interacted, which is weird because even though they're not as well known as like couple-wise as Superman and Lois Lane, they were still kind of known as like the couple, Green Arrow and Black Canary. So it was really weird, but it's good of DC Rebirth to bring them back together. A little more teasing about Oz. It's really weird. I think they were going to go with someone else as Mr. Oz before they, spoiler, it revealed to be Jor-El, because this guy is obviously supposed to be, I think he's supposed to be black. Like, okay. I guess they didn't decide, like, who is Oz? Who is Oz? Have we decided yet? But I don't know. Who knows? More teasing of Aquaman. Great series. If you haven't been reading it, what are you doing? Keep going and more teasing, and we officially come to an end. Wally is back. Wally is officially back. History as we know it is probably returning, and Dr. Manhattan had something to do with the New 52. So it was good. It definitely worked well for DC. Rebirth was great for DC. Like it didn't want to. It was good that they continued with the New 52. They don't want to. They don't want to just do a repeat of how they started the New 52. It's just like, we want to go to a different audience, or we want more of this audience. So we're partially going to disregard our existing audience, because it probably wouldn't have. It would have, if they did that with Rebirth, it would have just been New 52 2.0. But like they didn't. They didn't. It's just, we'll keep the New 52 history to an extent, and then over time we'll reintroduce stuff from before Flashpoint. And it worked. It definitely worked for them. Marketing for DC Rebirth worked for them. Making it $2.99 to start with, and then originally having the majority of the titles $2.99 each was a great selling point. And the fact that, I believe, if you still had copies of this, or you couldn't sell any copies, you could get them refunded, I believe. Someone fact check me on that, but it definitely worked. DC knew what they were doing, and it was effective. It's great. Like, I don't know what the DC universe would be currently if Rebirth didn't happen, if they decided not to do Rebirth. But that's Rebirth, and then here we go along to Marvel. Marvel Legacy, or Marvel Rebirth. It was very clear, like, before Alonso got the sack, it was very clear they wanted to copy Rebirth. They saw how effective Rebirth was, and they were like, oh, why don't we do our version with less effort? It essentially, I'm not trying to be biased, it was just, I tried to go in with, I know it's like, ugh, another freaking relaunch, and they're just trying to copy DC Rebirth. But I went in with the clear mind, and I was just like, yep, this was pointless. This was pointless. So, starting off marketing, hey, let's release this for $5.99. Yeah, because, you know, that's what we needed. Despite the fact that DC Rebirth had a lot of pages. I can't remember how many pages exactly, but it was, for the amount of pages that DC Rebirth had, it was cheap for it to be $2.99. Which, you know, marketing, it worked. It sold well for that. While Marvel Legacy is just like, we're gonna have about, I believe it was like 80 pages, and we're gonna sell it for $5.99. Yeah, that was problem number one. Like, I think funny story. My LCS knew they weren't probably gonna sell a lot of copies, so they're just like, yeah, even though this is $5.99 for in our store, they would sell in their store. They would sell it for about like 10, 11 Australian dollars. They're just like, we're gonna sell it by American pricing, so it's gonna be $5.99 Australian, because we know we're not gonna sell this. And this is the only, I think they only got, if I remember, they only got 3 covers. They got this one, they got a bigger one of this one, and then they got a blank. They got not a blank, the pencil one, the black and white cover where it's not colored in. They got those ones as well. But they sold out on those ones because they only bought a very limited supply, since they mainly got this. So they knew it wasn't going to sell well, and it really didn't. Like, apart from shipping, like, out of shipping, it didn't really sell well. And then let's, like, comparing the covers. Look, like, it's supposed to, their cover, DC Rebirth cover extends that it mainly focuses on the Trinity, and then also Barry. You know, considering it touches on Flashpoint, so of course you could have Barry, and then the other characters as well. You have the mix. You have, like, some of the older ones. You got the new generations as well. It's a good cover. It's them reaching out to. Apparently, it's apparently it's supposed to be them reaching out to Wally. Like, if you've seen Nerd Wander's like cover it of DC Rebirth and Marvel Legacy, she says it's Wally West. I'm just like, oh, I always thought it was Dr. Manhattan, but it seems much more sense. It makes much more sense for it to be Wally West that they're reaching out for instead of Dr. Manhattan. Like, why would they all reach out for the person that ruined like their history instead of like Wally who was trying to help fix it? So, but this cover, it's just it's just here, let's have... They're not even looking at the same... Let's look that way, look up that way. And it's just a huge hodgepodge. And it folds out. It's a huge fold out. I don't care if this gets ripped, it's trash anyway. But it's this huge fold out, and hardly any of these characters appear in this comic. The only ones that do are Black Panther, I think, or just at least Wakanda, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Tony Stark, but not in his Iron Man armor, Captain America, Thor, but not as Thor, and that's it. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 characters. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those characters appear. What? Very misleading, and it's a terrible cover. Ugh. Like, that was problem number one with this. And then it goes on to the story about the Avengers in like 1 million BC. Why there would be an Avengers team in 1 million BC, I have no idea why. This was something Marvel marketed a lot. It's just like, ooh, check out Marvel Legacy to see the Avengers 1 million BC. Or what? Not 1 million, it was 100 million, I think. Oh no, 1 million, yeah, definitely. 1 million BC. And, like, and then after Marvel Legacy, they didn't appear at all. They did not appear in anything. This was their only appearance until Fresh Start, where it was revealed that the new Avengers series will touch upon the Avengers 1 million BC. So 10 out of 10 marketing, Marvel. Plus, who cares? There's like so many Avengers teams anyway, and so it starts off with Ghost Rider finding himself in South Africa for some reason, and he's confronted by Starbrand, and I don't know why God is a swear word in this. By the beep damn Ghost Rider. Like, damn would be more of the swear word in that instead of God. I don't know. God's and you know, I love how it's called Marvel Legacy, and it has all like the older, more well-known characters on it, and then it focuses on the newer generation. This takes up at least this story here takes up almost 2/3 of this book. Like, there really isn't an overarching, like, the only kind of overarching plot. It was that start of the Avengers 1 million BC, and then Loki finding that robot or that celestial or the final host, whatever it's called, at the end of this book. Like, this is one of the stories, and it has, it is this cringe. There's just a lot of cringe lines. Like, Thor, it's just like, there will be the sweet taste of combat, then of mead, then perhaps of your lips. Ugh. No, who talks like this? And like, it's not even good flirting in combat. It's very just terrible. They're like, kissing can wait. For now, let's stick to the punching. You guys get behind me. Ugh. It's terrible dialogue. Like, who thought this was a good idea? Marvel. Marvel thought this was a good idea. And, yep, here, look, that's one. That's one. Captain America, he's there. And he's only there for one page. Legacy. Yep. Thor, that's two, but not as Thor. It's unworthy. He's unworthy. One page. Tony's only here in this small little screen at the bottom panel. 3. Then we go back to Ghost Rider vs. Starbrand, and like, why did he have to why does he describe what happened? He burned those men to ash with a wave of his hand, Doctor. We've got to get out of here. We've got to. Like, we obviously saw what happened. No one cares. Okay, we get a little something about Deadpool. Doctor Strange, it's here somewhere. Is in there later. That's 4. 4, okay. Well, 4. 4 of them, that's 4. Yep. One page. Something about... See, we're back to the cringe trinity, pretty much. Keep going forward and... Oh, yeah. Okay, so... Black Panther is not in it, just the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. It's okay, we can scratch Black Panther was not in it, Wakanda was. The intergalactic empire of Wakanda. Sure. One of the only good things that came out of Marvel Legacy, Marvel 2-in-1. Chip Zdarsky, you did a great job. Yada 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 for Hulk. Keep going. There we go. That ends. And look guys. Wolverine came back. Isn't that great? Wolverine came back. It's not like Marvel totally spoiled it the day before, and also that we've had like 20 million Wolverines going on at the same time. He's back, and he has an Infinity Stone. I wonder if that will tie into some kind of event. It probably will, and it currently is. It's like Infinity Countdown and then the Infinity Wars or something like that. And then something that luckily they didn't spoil, if I remember correctly. Fantastic Four, definitely still alive. They'll be coming back, but it'll be written by Dan Slott. Nope. Oh, all these series. This takes me back. A lot of these have ended now. Terrible. Pointless. Terrible. Dropped it before it ended. Didn't read. Great. Didn't read. Terrible. Didn't read. Dropped it after one of its story arcs. Didn't read. Oh, I read the Mojo, but I didn't read X-Men Gold. And then... let's see. Finished. I don't know. Still going on, but we'll have a new writer. Finished. Don't know. Finished. Relaunched. Unfortunately finishing. Relaunched again. I don't know. Great series. Finished. Finished and relaunched. Relaunched. I don't know. Finished. finished. Thank God that one finished. Finished but relaunched with Immortal Hulk, which looks interesting. Invincible Iron Man, finished. And now we'll be taken over by Dan Slott. Oh God. Iron Fist, I don't know. Jean Grey, finished. Jessica Jones, finished. Finished. Great. Finished. Relaunching. Don't know. Who cares? Don't know. Who cares? Moon Knight. Moon Knight was promising and then Bemis had to happen. Miss Marvel, I don't know. Old Man Logan, I don't know. Peter Parker, that's been going good as well. Royals, finished. I'm just gonna fix this. There we go. Because that's what the series was. It wasn't She-Hulk, it was Hulk. And that's finished. Finished. Spider-Man. I think that one finished as well. I don't know. That was a mini-series. That one finished and it's a great series. Punisher's still going on, but we'll relaunch. Relaunch. Oh yes, we're going to go through this whole Marvel Legacy thing. And, oh, whoops, we're going to relaunch and drop the majority of, like, our Legacy numbering. That was very smart, Marvel. Ugh. Oh God, no. Cancelled. Finished. Finished, but definitely underrated. US Avengers needed more love. Finished. Relaunching. Good relaunch so far, but they're still messing with Venom history again. I don't know. Don't care. Think that has a wedding that no one cares about. So, like, Marvel Legacy was just a train wreck. It was. Regardless of if there were good series or not, there definitely were some good series to come out of Marvel Legacy, but it was a freaking train wreck. It was bad. They should feel sorry for themselves. But so this worked well. Marketing, pricing, story, overall for a relaunch, great. Worked out for DC. DC has been amazing. Marvel Legacy, pricing, bad. Cover, terrible. And misleading. Misleading as well, yep. Didn't really care about the stories. No one cared. They were just sick at this point. It's just like, this was like your third relaunch in a row in 3 years. Like, and the fact that Fresh started, it's not a relaunch, it's a line-wide overhaul. People are just getting sick of it. So just read the good Marvel books, people. Just read the good ones. Don't read the bad ones just because you want to read the bad ones. I don't know why. But that's it for the video. I've been going on for, Jesus Christ, almost half an hour. Oh, this is going to take 2 million years to upload because of Australian Wi-Fi. Thanks, government. But that's it for the video. Just a little comparison between the two. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on Twitter, check out any of my previous videos, and I will see you all next time.